If you didn't know, I color code my 12 offspring. That means each of them is a color that is assigned to them at birth. And color coding my family from day one, and they love it.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. A little cheeky voiceover today. So we're going to be talking about this mad mama, and I just want to talk about some inconsistencies that I found. I've covered her a few times now. You can go watch any of my past videos on her. I find her such a fascinating channel just to observe and watch on the sideline. She's got a Reddit thread which is popping. Honestly, people talk about her all the time over there. It's growing at quite a fast rate. So if you just want to find out more about her, please just go watch some of my other videos to do with her, because it's quite hard to explain. Also, if you can hear any breathing, that would be my puppy who is asleep on my lap. And yeah, I've tried to move him. I can't do it to him. He's just too cute. So the not number one thing, but one of the things that people talk about in regards to Veronica, i.e. this mad mama, is the fact that she color codes her kids. So she's got 12 kids, or as she likes to put it, 12 offspring. That's what she calls her kids. And each of them are color coded. So one of them's blue, the other one's purple, the other one's yellow. And she has always said, oh, it's because they like it. But then in the same breath, they'll say, oh, they were assigned the color at birth, which already makes it like, of course, if you have done something ever since you're born, then obviously you're not going to know any different. But she does claim that all of her kids love it. But at the same time, they were assigned it.
One of the number one kids that especially loves the color coding. Pretty much everything she has is purple. She usually even has purple hair.
So on one of their most highly viewed videos regarding colours, I found this comment. Someone was asking, but like, why their clothes? I understand because of chores and stuff, but there's clothes. They can just pick out their clothes and do their laundry. And so it wasn't a very well written comment, but you get the gist. And this is what Veronica had to say about it. I'm also very obviously neurodivergent, as most of you likely figured out already, so color coding makes the most sense to me. I do allow them to wear other things if they like it, but I confess I get a little bit anxious if they're not in their colours. When everyone chooses to wear their colours all at the same time, I think it is such a beautiful sight and it brings me so much peace. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is purely for her. She literally admitted it in a video that I think she made like last year. She's made many videos covering the same kind of topics, such as how many baby daddies she has. Newsflash, she has 2. When was her very first child born? Newsflash, 14. What does she do with her spare time? She's an artist, or as she likes to put it, a successful artist, although we're going to be getting into that in just a minute. And how does she earn all the money? She earns it from selling her art, which she actually gets a lot of like stimulus check. Anyway, we're going to get into this. I'm not being mean, but I've been out here in the comment sections watching some of these videos, and I'm just saying things do not add up. Anyway, like I already predicted, the colour thing ain't adding up, and she's out here admitting that she does it. She feels anxious. Okay, fair enough. You might be neurodivergent. That might be a thing for you, and this may be kind of how you cope with different types of things. I'm not neurodivergent, so I can't speak from this kind of experience, but well and truly, I think she does it purely because of that. I don't think her kids really like doing it. Even in the video that she said just a moment ago, she was like, oh, the one kid that really especially likes it. It's like, all of your kids should like it, or just don't do it. I think she kind of forces them to do it because, as she says, it makes her feel less anxious. It's her way of being able to control something around her, because maybe she doesn't have as much control as she'd like in her own mind, for instance. I'm not trying to psychoanalyze. I'm just trying to understand what she's making out in these comments. But I'm telling you, I've thought from day dot, this whole color coding thing is just absolutely, like, fair enough if you have a couple of kids, yeah, but she has like, 17, 18, I don't know, I think she's a 23-year-old. She has like elder kids that she color codes, and she's out here saying that they all like it. Well, your comment kind of makes me think it's nothing to do with them. It makes me think as if you want them to wear colours because it satisfies your mind, or it calms you down, makes you less anxious, etc., etc. One of the major talking points for this mad mama is that there's been a lot of hubbub and speculation on how exactly they get their money. Now, In a newspaper article, which I actually read out on my last video, Veronica did like a statement. She did like a little newspaper article, and she even states just how much money she gets from the government, just how much money she gets for the kids. And it is a hell of a lot of money considering she has 12 children. I know some of them won't be entitled to anything because they're older, but it's a lot of money, okay? And so a lot of people have this issue where she kind of chooses choosing to work, not to work is not a big issue, but the thing is that she's choosing not to work because she's got little kids at home, but she'll then be out here saying they don't have any money and then asking people for money via the GoFundMe accounts. She'll make sly little comments about, if any of their kids want anything for their birthdays. Like she did one recently where she asked her kid, what do you want? And it was like she wanted a piercing or something, and people were pointing out in the comment section like, can you not beg? Like, can you please not beg? 'Cause it's not a very good look. A lot of people ask her on a regular basis, how do you make this money? How are you able to afford all of this? And because she's not always so transparent about how she makes money, i.e. she gets a lot of money from the government, which she actually admitted. She has admitted to this, although she seems to not remember that she did. She'll turn around and say stuff like this: how do you financially support your family, especially in this economy? And she wrote successful business owner, and then the person wrote that's awesome. Now, to be fair to her, she does actually have she does do like artist. She's an artist. She does paintings, I think. I'm not the greatest with art. I don't know if you can tell. But I think she does do things and people can buy her artwork and things, yeah? But that isn't where she's making all of her coin. She's not making all of her bucks from doing the painting, okay? And she will still hang on the fact that they have lots of money, not really telling people where it's coming from. I saw this on the Reddit thread where her daughter, which by the way, this daughter is actually in her 20s, she's 23. I think 23, however old, and she replies to this in a comment where people are basically saying that they live in poverty, etc., and this is what she had to say: haters are just relentless and want us to stay in poverty when we are currently trying to get out of it. Lol, I don't know, I don't care. Now, the thing is with this is that should anyone be shamed because they're saying that they're doing well, i.e. successful business, blah, 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 but then in actuality they are in poverty or whatever, like they're going through hard times? No, of course not. But the problem we have is that Veronica seems to spend a lot of I sound really, really, really mean-spirited when I say this kind of thing, but if you've been following them for a little while, you know exactly what I mean. Sort of like the ridiculous like overspending on the food that they don't really need, not really like taking into account budgeting. And then you'll then have Veronica, who will then, you know, moments later go on and say that such and such needs fixing, or oh no, our washing machine broke, or oh no, like parts of their house need redoing because parts of their ceiling have fallen in, but no, they can't fix it, and all of this kind of stuff. So when you see comments like this, like the comment that I'm just about to read out to you, it does kind of make you just think, well, like something isn't adding up here. So Veronica said, it fluctuates. If I have it, it's gone. Last month I spent like 10k. That's not the usual. Someone else said, so you save nothing even when you could? That is wild. I can save later. Right now we're having fun. And the thing is that she has shared with us, you know, the downstairs toilet that's not working, or whatever toilet it is, I'm not in their house, you know, different things that have broken, birthday, like kids' birthday presents that she couldn't afford. Even recently, the witch's hat that she couldn't buy, that she had to basically crowdsource, like stuff like that. I mean, I hate to bring it up. Even her youngest, who went through that absolutely horrific time of having I think he had cancer, you know, horrific. I know that where she is in the States, obviously, you know, hospital fees and stuff, like things like that just pop up sometimes. And when she's out here complaining she has no money, And then you then find out that she's actually getting all the money from like government assistance. But then she says she doesn't want to save, even though we can clearly see that there are quite a few things that need doing, either in the house or the kids need, or just anything. And I feel so mean saying this from an outsider's perspective, but I do just think some of the stuff she says is like just complete, it's like chalk and cheese sometimes. She'll say one thing, do the other, or say one thing and then say the other thing a little bit later. And it's the inconsistencies that I just can't, and I find it fascinating. I really honestly do. The inconsistencies that I'm not really quite getting.
What's your name? And what is it that you want?
How much I want to add, other than this would be a fire purchase. It would make me happy.
So if anyone is slightly confused, that is Veronica asking her daughter what she wants and her daughter answering. And people were even picking up that it felt like she was gonna asking on behalf of the internet, like, are you hoping that some random follower is going to buy piercings for your daughter? You can buy those things yourself. Okay, well, this sort of begging, even if you may not interpret it like that, I had to cut a lot of it out because it was just the kid kind of talking. A lot, she's done this kind of stuff before. And then I even saw like people were then talking about like wish lists and things. I think this was over on Instagram, or was it you? No, I'm pretty sure this was over on Instagram. And then people were then talking about wish lists and all of this debacle because of course Veronica has wish lists, which if she was a successful business owner, why has she got wish lists? Why have we got wish lists out here? Why are you blitzing like 10k a month on crap, which doesn't look like it's really going anywhere? And then you then got wish lists open. Do you know what I mean? It's like priorities. Like I'm just not really understanding it. But some of these comments are just absolutely insane. Like, do you ever actually pay for anything for your kids yourself, or do you rely on donations? And then of course this member had to chime in here. She makes wish lists for every item she needs and doesn't work, so yeah. And then she asks, what donations? Did you donate something? It's embarrassing trying to make money by posting your kids making begging videos, asking for things and not actually doing anything to better their life. Now anyway, I'm not really gonna delve too deeply into this fact, but the thing is that some of the comments she gets regarding this are like claws out, you know, kind of thing. I was supposed to be a cat there. I don't know if it came across, but you know what I mean? It's just a little bit sneaky suspicious. Now, the reason why I actually brought that video up is because I'm going to show you a little screenshot. Now, this was a video of her kid who was wearing a crop top. And once again, like whenever I talk about crop tops, I'm not talking about like the sexualization of children, blah, 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 blah. I'm just seeing it for what it is, okay? She looks really, really, really cute. She's wearing a crop top. First time we've kind of seen this child in this light. She's looking a bit cool for school, kind of Avril Lavigne-esque. Do you know what I mean? The amount of saves this has is insane. Like, I'll show you the amount of saves here. It's like 500 and something. And people picked that up. People were like, this has way more saves than normal. This is a bit, and Veronica's response, if I can find it, to this comment was just next level. Like, she doesn't understand. She just doesn't really get it. Look at how many people have saved this video compared to the rest of your videos. This is not a safe post. They can find your house from a Google search. And Veronica said, what makes it unsafe? What's wrong with the crop top? It's summer. Do you go to the beach and yell at all the mums for bringing their daughters in swimsuits? You never know who is recording at the beach, so you be sure to never bring your kids. Live in fear. Now, my answer to this is what the daughter's wearing inappropriate? Nah, I don't think so. I think the kids also, I've forgotten how old she is. Does it matter? No. The problem is the woman, Veronica's just not getting this. It doesn't matter what way you spin it. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, what way you're spinning it. Whoever it is saving this. And it has like 500 plus saves. So you've got to think of it and go, who might be sharing it? What would their purpose be? Like, you can't, it doesn't matter what, like, the context. The thing is, your daughter's obviously showing off a bit more skin than normal. Now, do I think it's inappropriate? No, I think it's perfectly fine what she's wearing. But you can't run from the fact that 500 plus people are saving this for no apparent like, to me, I don't understand why anyone would save this other than for that kind of reason. Are we getting the gist? But Veronica's not understanding this. Do you know what I mean? People were then pointing out that it's actually quite easy to find her house because it's very unique. Someone else said that they understand what they're saying, but teenagers wear that all the time. Then someone else said, you know, when you're posting it to millions of people who can save and share it with anyone, and everyone is becoming an issue. People are just trying to reason with her, saying, do you know, like, if you did have someone taking a picture of your kid at the beach, obviously that's not okay, but in this kind of circumstance, the picture's already there. You're just giving people the opportunity to obviously save it. Now, do I think, I've already said this, was the outfit inappropriate? No, I don't think so at all. Nothing inappropriate about it. It was a crop top with, I think it was jeans. It really did. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. The issue here is, herein lies the issue, is the fact that it is being saved so much more by other people. Okay? And you just got to think. Put your thinking cap on and just think about it. But whenever anyone confronts her on this issue, like people have confronted her on this issue before, when she started going off about not allowing her kids to have any birth control, that people were saying, well, maybe they should be on birth control because of X, Y, and Z, what happened. Anyway, I've covered this, and a lot of people have covered this. She then started having a go at all of us for trying to sexualize her children. And I'm just a bit like, okay, all right, well, she kind of throws this card around quite a bit, like, how dare you think of my children in this sense, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, okay, all right, if you want to put your head in the ground and just choose ignorance over trying to teach yourself something, then that's okay. That's fine. You do whatever you want to do, you carry on. But I just made this video just because I've been like compiling a load of this like evidence for a little while, and I was scrolling through my my camera footage, my screenshot footage, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I had this. This is interesting. I think I put it all together because, well and truly, this Mad Mama, aka Veronica, is a very big, like, it's not a wormhole. It's a, what's the word I'm trying to find? I'm sure someone can help me out. It's a rabbit hole. That's it. A wormhole. What are we talking about? It's a rabbit hole that you didn't know that you really needed sometimes. And you can get really lost in just her contradictions and things. And I just like calling it out. Oh, my dog's now decided to move. Anyway, guys, I hope you have had a wonderful day, and you're going to have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.